Hello, I'm John Paval with Access Arts Live. Join me tomorrow, Wednesday, January 7th at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 1 p.m. on the East Coast, 7 o'clock in the evening here in Europe, along with organist and organ scholar Kimberly Marshall, as she launches an 8-day, 192-hour performance of John Cage's ORGAN2 ASLSP, which is an anagram for as slowly as possible. Surely a unique experience for lovers of the organ and or John Cage, live streamed in its entirety. 8 sections played out over 8 days by 4 organists playing in 6-hour shifts. Tomorrow morning, when I interview her live stream, you can find out from Kimberly Marshall, the organizer or mastermind of this event, the whys and the wherefores and everything else about this exceptional experience. Now, the concert itself starts at noon Mountain Standard Time on Wednesday, January 7th, 2 p.m. on the East Coast, 8 o'clock in the evening in Europe, 6 a.m. down under in Australia, and it concludes at noon on the 15th of January. So 8 full days. And every day it starts at noon and then it goes for 24 hours till the next day. I'll give you the link to where you can watch the live stream. I will and where you can watch my live stream with her. I will give you the link to the program for the event. This takes place at the Organ Hall at Arizona State University, where Kimberly Marshall is a professor. The general public will be allowed in from 8 in the morning until 10 p.m. in the evening, but they will not be allowed in after 10 p.m. in the evening. So if you're watching the live stream from anywhere in the world, you will get to watch hours and hours of it, which the general public will not have access to. John Cage once said, "In Zen, they say if something is boring after 2 minutes, try it for 4. If it's still boring, try it for 8, 16, 32, and so on. Eventually, one discovers that it's not boring at all, but very interesting." Unquote. This is the longest human performance on record to date of John Cage's As Slow as Possible. The performers who will be rotating in the shifts are Diane Lucchese, taking the noon to 6 p.m. shift, Alexander F. Mesler, taking the 6 p.m. to midnight shift, Kimberly Marshall herself taking, God bless her, the midnight to 6 a.m. shift, and Christopher S. Anderson taking the 6 a.m. to 12 noon shift. It will be played continuously without breaks or intermissions, and there will be silences, but those silences will correspond to notated rests in the score, such as the score is. And some of these rests are rather lengthy. Some of them exceed an hour of rest, but that's part of the piece. As for Kimberly Marshall, she was a Marshall Scholar, appropriately enough, at University College, Oxford, back in the 80s. After that, she taught at Stanford University, one of my alma maters. She's been a visiting professor at the Malmö Academy of Music in Sweden, and worked up in Göteborg, Sweden as well. And I spent half my time in Sweden. In addition to that, she's been involved in both traditional organ performances, but sound artistry in performances of pieces like The Bell and the Blackboard, which is a sonic and lighting interpretation of a poem by David White. At Orgel Park in Amsterdam, which I believe means organ park, she performed Temporal and Timeless. And she has contributed to sound research. She's curated multimedia explorations. So I think this will be fascinating. And I'm looking forward to asking her in what way or how it is that she came from traditional organ work to 192 hours of John Cage, and in what ways it will be particularly of interest to you, especially those of our followers of Access Arts Live, who are numerous, who are members of organ lover groups on Facebook. And I'll make sure you get an extra copy of this in advance so that some of you can tune in tomorrow. So with that, I will say ciao for now, and I hope to see some of you tomorrow morning, as I say, 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 1 o'clock on the East Coast, and 7 in the evening here in Europe. Ciao for now. Let's